Hey, what's happening here? This is Lenny the Boss, and I'm here with Harry Pedro. And, what's up, man?
What's going on, people?
So, we out actually eating breakfast. This restaurant is super packed, so you're going to hear a whole bunch of people in the background. And what we're talking about is, this year, actually, not this year, but in 2019, correct? Harry entered into his first piece of real estate, right? Bought his property, rehabbed it, right? And got it up and running, and now got a tenant in there paying him a bunch of money, so he's happy to receive that mailbox money once a month, right?
Yeah.
So now one of the things we talk about, obviously this is 2020, and one of the benefits that comes to real estate, right? Hey, make a smile, let me take a picture. All right, cool. So one of the things coming to real estate is the tax advantages, right? So, Harry actually called me and was like, Len, who you using for your taxes? And, I gave him my tax guy, so he came over today. That's actually why we met up, for breakfast. And we came over for some breakfast, so, he got his taxes done, feeling real great, called me, said some cool stuff. What was the cool thing you said about
just that Jay-Z quote, man, that came to mind. It's like, we living so good, we practically living tax-free, and it's just, when you get a good accountant, man, that can really break things down to you and to kind of save you on a lot of money, you know what I'm saying, especially when it comes to the real estate, because there's a lot of value with, depreciation when it comes to your rental property and, repairs and stuff like that. So, it's basically just a good idea to stay organized, man, throughout the year. It definitely saves you a lot of headache on the back end. So
yeah, real quick. So what we was talking about really was when you say stay organized. One of the things that we talked about early on, we said, hey, we gotta get you an app, right?
Yeah.
So you can sit there and have somewhere to track your expenses, load your receipts, right? Where everything will be extremely organized, like you said. And as you see now, going to the tax guy, it was just extremely easy just to sit there and print out the documents that you need, email, to them. So I guess one of the benefits, one is from an organization perspective, when you get your piece of property, you want to make sure that you keep and log everything, because those is where you get a lot of tax breaks and a lot of tax benefits. And that's what you did. You got your app.
There's so many things that are justifiable when it comes to your business. A lot of things that I didn't realize. It's just basically going to travel and check on your properties. You consider gas, you consider the mileage, wear and tear on your vehicle. A lot of that pertains to your business. That's a justifiable expense that you can log throughout the year. Just going by, just to see your property. You know what I mean? A lot of that stuff you can track and actually save as an expense. You know what I mean? During the end of the year. So.
And I think this is one of the big things people just don't see, because talking about taxes is not really that sexy, truthfully, right?
Intimidating.
It's intimidating, right? Yeah, but you get unbelievable tax breaks, that you get with owning real estate, and that's just something that you have to, is money, right? That's getting put back into your pocket, you know what I'm saying? And it's just extremely important for everybody. Now, just a couple tips here. One, Harry mentioned that we had to get the app, right, to make sure that you were straight with that, which just kept everything straight laced. At any given time, you could bring the app up, look and see where you are. You log your payments, your rent checks in there. You also log, obviously, the receipts, and any fixes and repairs that you did, you log in there. And then the second tip is that, you want to get yourself an accountant, right? CPA, somebody that 100% know what they are doing, because they are going to make sure that you take advantage of all of the tax breaks that you can. Some of the things that you just was mentioning. Our job is not to know everything about the tax. Our job is to hire the person that do, and trust that, after you vet them, right? Trust that they're going to sit there and ensure that they maximize your tax benefits and value. And when everybody talk about real estate, no one really talks about all the tax advantages that you get. I mean, I give you another example. I already went to 2 seminars this year. One was in LA, right, which was 4 days, okay? And I went to another one. Actually, I went to 4, but and they were all paid. But guess what? All those, because I went to a real estate seminar, I can write that off on my taxes. So that's all tax breaks, and that's very important. All the books, right, that you buy, that you read, that's only going to help you increase your revenue, help you decrease your expense, help you understand, taxes a little more. All that stuff is write off. And also, guess what else a write off? You probably would never even know. He probably didn't even tell you.
What's that?
The check that you gave him.
Yeah, he actually told me that at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a write-off as well. So you hiring an accountant, a CPA, it's a write-off as well. So you get, and then you get to write off the insurance, the interest, any credit card interest that you use, to purchase that got to do with the property. I mean, any and everything that got to do with real estate, you get an amazing tax break. And that's just a huge, amazing value that it was just important that, I know we about to eat breakfast, we about to dig into our grub, we starving, but I had to get this out to everybody and record because, it's great to hear it, not just from me, but to hear it from others that I helped, build, to this point, and right now we're about to strategize on the next move, right? That's another reason why we're here, and we just continue to grow, continue to work together, continue to build, continue to create goals, and work with each other to sit there and achieve those goals, right? That's why we're here, man. So we're gonna once again grub down on some very, very, very great breakfast, and Lenny the Boss him out.
Right, and invest in yourself. More importantly, it's about legacy, man. It's about our kids and generations to come, man. So don't be afraid.
Awesome.
Get out there and make it happen.
Peace.
Peace.